Kyle Richards, a star of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has admitted that she does not consider herself to be single. Beginning in July of 2023, the woman who is a mother to 4 children has been divorced from her spouse, Mauricio Umansky. Moreover, there have been reports that she and Morgan Wade are romantically involved. With that being said, what exactly does she mean when she declares that she is not single? Continue reading for further information. It is not accurate to say that Kyle Richards is a single person. Kyle Richards has had a very eventful year, with a lot of things happening, such as her separation from her husband and her sister being placed under care at a mental health facility. It is not unusual for her to not return to RHOBH, but there was a time when she seriously considered missing out on the opportunity. After spending a terrible holiday in Aspen with her co-stars and her sister, Kathy Hilton, she felt this way. It ended in a horrible manner, and the sisters became separated from one another once more. Despite this, she came back for season 13, only to be confronted with accusations of her relationship with Morgan Wade, a country musician who is of the same gender. After that, Kyle was forced to confront problems that had arisen inside her marriage to Mauricio Umansky, which had lasted for almost 30 years. At the conclusion of the season, they admitted openly that they were going their separate ways. During the reunion, Kyle shared that he had recently moved out of the house and begun a romantic relationship with Nikita Khan. Despite the fact that they are traveling all over the world and enjoying each other's company, Kyle has found it difficult to accept this situation. Regardless, she made her return for the 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and the new season is just around the corner. In addition to this, she was honored as the Reality Star of the Year by Us Weekly, and she is not shy about discussing anything and everything. On the subject of her connection with Mauricio, he did spend a significant amount of time filming with Kyle Richards for the upcoming season. Because of this, it became challenging because all of a sudden, the lines became unclear. Mal shot with me quite sometimes. When he comes over for supper, it seems as though nothing has changed whatsoever, despite the fact that everything has changed. We are a family, which is the most accurate way for me to say it. We have never fought. Thus, it is simple for us to get along with one another. Given the amount of love that exists between us, that was never an issue in our marriage. Due to the fact that he was so considerate and constantly checking in on her, it was not an easy task to shoot with her ex-boyfriend. What does Kyle mean when she says that she is single? No, I don't consider myself to be like that, she said. A future that is uncertain in the present moment. Kyle Richards is unaware of what the future holds for him in relation to Mauricio Umansky. Morgan Wade is the person who Kyle is spending a lot of time with, as was indicated earlier, and he has found a new love. However, they have not yet submitted a divorce petition, and Kyle appears to have some optimism. When it comes to Mauricio and myself, I am currently unsure of what the future has in store for us. Each other is loved by us. That was a simple part to do. The process of determining what comes next is not an easy one. We are not divorced, and he does not reside in this location. Yet, we are still working out our differences. On the show, people gave the impression that they were entitled to answers and believed that I was concealing information. Nevertheless, I am figuring it out on my own. It is true that she admitted to having a big breakdown while filming, and she needed some time away from the set. To her good fortune, she was allowed to come back since she had the backing of her cast. When Real Housewives of Beverly Hills returns for its upcoming season in the fall, it will be fascinating to observe how everything plays out. Do you believe that Kyle still harbors some hope for a reconciliation with Mauricio? Or do you believe that he solely serves as a safe zone for her? Kyle Richards is used to the spotlight, but this time, it's her heart that's center stage. After over 2 decades of marriage to real estate mogul Mauricio Umansky, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star shocked fans when she revealed their relationship was in a state of flux. But while speculation swirls and tabloids rush to define her status, Kyle herself has stepped forward with a surprising revelation. She doesn't consider herself single. It's not that simple. In a confessional moment during an emotional scene from the newest season of Rhobh, Kyle sat in her sprawling Encino backyard, clutching a cup of coffee as the cameras rolled. "People keep asking me, are you single now?" she said softly. "I don't feel single, not in the way people mean." Her statement sent shockwaves across the Bravoverse. Viewers who've watched her love story with Mauricio unfold over 13 seasons expected a clean break, or at least clarity. But Kyle insists life, love, and identity aren't always black and white. "We're not living like we used to," she admitted, "but there's still so much love. There's still a connection. Maybe we're figuring out a new kind of relationship. Maybe we're not done at all." The rumors, the reactions, the reality. Rumors of trouble in paradise began when Kyle and Mauricio were seen spending less time together publicly. The situation intensified when Kyle began spending time with country singer Morgan Wade, often in matching outfits, on girls' trips, and even appearing in Wade's steamy music video. Fans began speculating whether something romantic was blossoming. While both women have denied a romantic relationship, the closeness between them raised eyebrows and questions. Kyle's response? "Morgan is one of the most important people in my life right now. What we have is deep, and it's real, but I'm not labeling anything for anyone else's comfort." Meanwhile, Mauricio has taken a more laid-back approach in the media. Appearing on a podcast earlier this year, he said, "We're going through something. I won't deny that, but Kyle and I still talk every day. We still love each other. I don't think either of us knows what the future holds yet." Their children, especially oldest daughter Farah Al-Jafri, have been sources of strength for both parents during this uncertain chapter. Farah shared on Instagram, "Families evolve. Love doesn't disappear just because a dynamic shifts. A life between labels." What's perhaps most interesting about Kyle's decision not to call herself single is what it says about her evolving mindset. No longer content to let the world put her into neat categories, she's embracing the gray space. "There's this pressure to define everything right away," she said in a recent interview. "People want to hear divorced or back together or single and dating. But sometimes the truth is that you're healing. You're growing. You're reconnecting with yourself, with others." Indeed, Kyle has embarked on what she calls a season of rediscovery. She's working out more than ever, focusing on sobriety and writing in journals she once neglected. "I stopped drinking, I started meditating, and I really looked at my life. Not as a housewife, not as a wife, but as Kyle. And that's when I realized I'm not done learning who I am." Her friends in the Bravo universe have had mixed reactions. Lisa Rinna posted a cryptic Instagram story saying, "The labels aren't for us, they're for the press. Keep them guessing." Meanwhile, Sutton Strack, ever the Southern belle with a sharp tongue, joked during an after show, "Well, if Kyle's not single, then I must be dating Jesus. What is happening? The new normal?" What's clear is that Kyle's journey is about rewriting the rules, both for herself and for how we view relationships. Gone is the image of the picture-perfect Beverly Hills housewife living in marital bliss. In its place is a woman carving out space for uncertainty, complexity, and yes, hope. Kyle and Mauricio have not ruled out reconciliation. In fact, they still occasionally appear together for family events, and even shared a holiday dinner this past December. But they've stopped pretending that their dynamic fits the traditional mold. "We had an amazing 27 years, Kyle said in a heartfelt moment. "That doesn't vanish overnight. Whether or not we make it back to where we were, I'll never look at that time with anything but love." Mauricio echoed that sentiment in a recent Instagram post. A photo of them dancing at a wedding, captioned, "Not everything that ends is broken. Sometimes it just shifts." Looking ahead, Kyle has not officially filed for divorce, nor has she made any announcements about moving forward with another partner. But she is moving forward with intention. She recently launched a new wellness initiative focused on mindful living, something she credits with helping her stay grounded during this emotionally tumultuous period. "I've realized how much strength there is in slowing down, in saying no, in sitting with your pain." The upcoming reunion special is rumored to be one of the most emotionally raw in Rhobh history. A source close to production revealed, Kyle opens up in a way we haven't seen in years. It's not about drama, it's about honesty. She brings everyone to tears. Fans seem ready to embrace this new, unfiltered version of Kyle Richards. She's no longer just the glamorous wife with the designer bags and drama-filled dinners. She's now a woman navigating one of the hardest seasons of her life with surprising grace. And perhaps that's the biggest twist of all. In a world that demands constant answers, Kyle is learning to live in the questions. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.